thanks for taking the time and chewing the fat. You able to introduce yourself and tell us how you got into it?
Yeah, my name is Danny Schreiber. I play drums currently for progressive metal band QUOR out of San Diego. I'm originally from the Northern California area, the Bay Area, but I live up in Olympia, Washington now. And yeah, I've been playing drums for a lot of years, 25, 30 years. And yeah, man, I love music. Yeah.
So, what sort of drums do you use? What's your go-to for the drum heads? The gear that you use?
Gear, yeah. So right now I have two Thomas Star Classic maple kits that I love. They sound fantastic. I'm endorsed by Scorpion Percussion. They're a drumstick company out of San Diego that make fantastic sticks. Really, really durable. I don't know if you've heard of Scorpion, but if you haven't, you should check them out.
Yeah.
They ship worldwide, and they're really solid people. And then as far as heads go, I usually use Evan is what I do. I experiment a little bit here. I play coated on the toms. I play coated on my batter side of my head, of my bass drum. I have a Mapex Black Panther copper snare. It's really sexy.
I got the Chris Atlas snare, the little 12-inch.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's got a great crack to it. And
yeah,
it's
yeah, Mapex makes great gear. I played an Orion Classic maple kit back in, man, I got that in like 2002, the early 2000s, and that just was one of the best sounding drum sets I've ever played. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just so you mainly use the coated heads for the Evans?
I mainly use the coated heads, yeah, on every batter side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like the warmness. I like just like the texture of the coated heads. A little bit better than the brightness I feel of the clear heads.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've got all coated heads on my gear. I wanted a bit of a more of a warmer sound, sound, and plus when I'm recording in this little room here, it just makes it a little bit better. It's because it gets enough crack as it is. But it's great. And cymbals?
All Meinl.
All Meinl cymbals.
Yeah, I play the Byzance series of Meinl for the most part. All the cymbals are the Byzance. Yeah. Byzance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The So you got an all maple kit?
Yep.
And have you tried any other ones like a maple birch or any sort of hybrid kits?
Yeah, I have. I've played a lot of different kits. I really do like the sound of some of the birch kits that I've played as well. The maple just has a little bit more of that like warmth that I tend to gravitate towards. But I've heard really inexpensive hybrid kits that sound fantastic.
Yeah. And what about the pedals?
Yeah, so I've been bouncing around lately between experimenting with direct drive stuff. Okay. So I got like the DW direct drive. I played around with the Speed Cobras for a little bit, but I like the action that I get with them is no matter how tight I crank them up is just sometimes not tight enough for me. So I usually default back to the Iron Cobras, which is what I've recently gone back to after playing those DWs for a while. They're just great pedals. I love them.
So you're with QUOR?
Yep.
What other bands have you been in?
Yeah, so I've been playing in bands since I was 13. I first in Northern California, like the first kind of serious thing I did got me a management deal with a hip hop company, Chaz Hayes Management. So they like manage Spice One and E40, like these bigger Northern California groups. and I just would like lay down beats for them and stuff. They kind of got me a small endorsement deal with Vinyl, and that's when I first started playing them. That was like back in '96, you know, or something like that. And then did some other live stuff, played music, ended up signing to Velvet Hammer Music Management and Atlantic Records with a band called Poem in like 2002. And that had a tragic falling out, as a lot of bands do. We just weren't mentally and emotionally mature enough to handle all the stuff that was going on at the time. So that fell apart. And then I actually started singing in a band for a while up in Sacramento called Sleep Noise. It had Dave Buckner from Papa Roach was playing drums in that group, and my guitar player from the earlier band Poem was playing guitar, and did that for a while, and then missed playing drums, man. Went back and started just doing like kind of filling in, doing like some like session and just like gigs for hire type thing for a while. And then my life took another turn, and I started to focus more on like my visual art stuff. So my painting and drawing and stuff. Ended up moving up to the Pacific Northwest and opening up a tattoo studio and fine art gallery, and ended up spending a lot more time doing that for about 8-9 years before my buddy Brian, who's the singer and guitar player in QUOR, who I hadn't talked to since we played together when we were kids, like 17 years old, hit me up from San Diego and said that they just lost their drummer and they were in the middle of recording an album, and would I be interested in throwing some tracks down? So I said, sure. I have a studio here in my art gallery and tattoo studio. I have a music studio. And so I pulled it in and listened to the music and thought the music was really cool, and laid down tracks for 4 songs and sent them back, and they loved it. And like a few months later, they were in Portland. They were going to come out to Portland to shoot a video, and asked if I wanted to be in the video. And I was like, dude, yeah, I want to be in the video. So we went down there and shot the video, had fun, and then they asked me if I just wanted to join full time, and that was like over 2 years ago.
Okay.
So in that time frame, we did like a West Coast run, and we just in July did a tour of Japan, which was awesome. Did that, and then here most recently we just signed a management deal with FM Music Management, and played the House of Blues in Anaheim, opened up for Metal Allegiance, their 10th anniversary show, which was, dude, it was surreal. It was pretty rad. I mean, the House of Blues is awesome, but Metal Allegiance has Mike Portnoy plays drums.
Yeah.
Like Brand Daler and Troy from Mastodon were in that, and there's all kinds of David Ellefson, Alex Skolnick from Testament, and like all these legends and heavyweights. So that was fun, sharing the stage with those guys.
That's cool. That is cool. So, tell me about your artwork.
Yeah, so most of what I've been focusing on here lately is like portraiture. I work in something called open acrylics and in oil. And I work like right behind me. I don't know if you can see anything. That's like a self-portrait that I just did recently. And then this is an acrylic heron that I did. I do a lot of nature work as well. But yeah, I'm super fortunate, man. I was a software engineer for a lot of years, and kind of like saved up my money and kind of put into motion a life that allowed me to, at a certain point, pay for me to figure out how I can focus on a creative life without having to worry about having to make it big, right out of the gate or something like that, and so my studio now, I mean, I'm just super fortunate. I have all of my fun, creative things. It's called the Copper Wolf.
Yep.
In Tumwater, Washington. It's right next to Olympia. And I have, like I said, my recording studio upstairs. I have my painting room, which is what we're in right now. And then I have a tattoo studio, and I have 4 other artists that all apprenticed under me. I've been tattooing for 10 years now. And yeah, it's super lucky. I get to come down here every morning and just make things.
So whereabouts is your tattoo studio?
It's in essentially Olympia, Washington, which is the state capital of Washington. It's about 45 minutes south of Seattle.
Okay. All right. And are you able to provide a phone number so I can put it in the link if the people want to book in for tattoos or?
Yeah, actually, the best way would be to go to our website. It's thecopperwolf.com.
Okay.
Or to go and check out my Instagram, which also I post all my art and all my music happenings and stuff, which is Cognitronic. COGNITRONIC. Yep.
Okay. All right. And I'll
yeah, I can send you links to it here after.
Send those too, and I'll add them all in the description for you. Now, touring plans. Have you got any touring plans?
Yeah. So was the talk of last week. As of what I know right now, Saturday we're meeting up to talk over some different possibilities, but we have big plans to do at least a couple tours this year. Yeah, QUOR is ready to do some cool stuff. We already have 2 songs that are finished and ready to go, mastered and everything ready to go. They're just in the box right now, and then we're working on another 15 that we have pretty much that we're just kind of like putting the final touches on before we start recording. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening this year for QUOR. I'll also send links for all the stuff QUOR related in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be great. The what about touring overseas? Are you coming to Australia at any time, or?
That's interesting. You say, yeah, we just started talking with a booking agent out of the UK who deals a lot with Australia apparently and all of Europe, obviously. And as far as I know right now, she is putting in the work to secure some of that. So the loose talk, without anything being like nailed down right now, is we'll probably end up doing a Western States tour sometime towards more the like late spring, and with potentially going to Europe or Australia in later on in the year.
Who are your main influences?
Oh, wow. Yeah, they've changed quite a bit throughout the years and throughout the playing. I mean, like when I was younger, some of my favorite drummers back in the day were like, I love like Dave Lombardo from Slayer was an influence, and I mean, John Bonham, drummers like that, back in the day. Neil Peart. Then I started getting into like more technical things. So listening to like Dave Weckl, Marco Miniman, kind of transition into like, yeah, Benny Greb, like that kind of stuff. Danny Carey became a huge influence. I love Tool, and all that kind of more hypnotic type of pattern-based drumming and stuff I find really, really interesting. These days I listen to like Matt Garska is best drummer in the world, or one of them for sure. From Animals as Leaders is just phenomenal. I love Annika Niles, is great, out of Germany.
Yeah,
she's phenomenal. I love her music. I love the way she plays. Then people like Mario Duplantier, I think, is great from Gojira. Yeah, there's so many good drummers out there, man. Yeah, we're super fortunate to be in this day and age where like something like YouTube, and you can sit there. I just watch so many different people. And a lot of the people I don't even know who they are. I'm just slowing things down. There's a lot of also a lot of like now like content creator that drummers like that Justin Scott. I don't know if you know who he is. He's like an Instagram drummer. J Scott drummer.
Okay.
Oh man, go check him out. He's a monster. I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, the guy's fantastic.
J Scott.
Yeah, I think it's J Scott Drumming or J Scott Drummer or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, phenomenal. Just the stuff that he posts, these little clips. And I think he has like some videos on, like some instructional stuff or whatever. But yeah, he's really good. I love Matt Garska. His playing is just next level type stuff.
Mate, mate, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go. Just quickly though, with the scorpion percussion, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and how did that all sort of come about quickly?
So yeah, Scorpion is a company that's owned by Doug Smith. He's a bass player from QUOR.
Okay.
And yeah, he started this I don't know 4 or 5 years ago, and the company's starting to blow up. There's a lot of good drummers taking off. The sticks, they're a medium taper. I play 5A from Scorpion, and I mean they're just super solid sticks. I mean, especially if you're a heavy hitter, even more so. That like these are the most durable sticks I've ever played in my career of playing. And like I said before, like the customer service is just phenomenal. The guy, everyone who works at Scorpion's really cool, super helpful, really prompt with any kind of feedback. And yeah, the product is solid. You should definitely check out Scorpion. And
yeah, I'll definitely check them out and see what he can offer. And
yeah, dude, they're great. They, like I said, they have those 3 different lengths. The weight, that was the other thing. Like the weight, they're a little bit heavier than like say Pro Marks or Vic Firths. Just the same stick is a little bit heavier, which gives a different sound, when you strike the head. There's just a little bit more power behind them, I feel like. They also have they come natural, they come lacquered, and then they come with what they call their Venom grip, which is like it's dipped in some sort of material that gives it a little more grip.
Okay.
Some people like that. I don't play with that. I just play the lacquered sticks.
Mate, I do appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure. Enjoyed the conversation.
Everyone gets busy, and I'm still looking at your artwork behind you. It's like that's awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It really looks, and that the bird there, the heron, heron.
Yeah, the heron. Yeah.
That's unreal.
Cool.
That's
all of my work is up on the QUOR. A lot of my work is up on the QUOR for obviously shared on my social media, and most of it's for sale on from the website, and I have prints of it all too. So like I said, I'll add some links into the chat here for you. And yeah, man, I super appreciate it.
Excellent. All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining me and making time for me. And hopefully talk to you again in the near future.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you. I appreciate it.